Hello, everybody, and welcome to the campus of Nashua High North. We're minutes away from the start of the wrestling match in the Battle of the Bridge of Wrestling Matches. John Collins along with Tom King, and great atmosphere here again tonight.
Yeah, this is a great atmosphere, John. It's always a festive atmosphere, North versus South in wrestling. You know, it's complicated because you don't know exactly who's going to be able to compete in terms of a lot of forfeits at each weight class. Both teams kind of rebuilding this year, so we're going to try to find out exactly what we got going on here. I'll be right back.
Right. We have the 106-pound weight class that will begin. Tom's trying to acquire some names along the way. Of course, with wrestling, you have to make your way in before matches, and that can lead to people who thought they might have a match not having an opponent. So that's always part of the strategy and the difficulty of being a high school or college wrestler, making weight and matching up well with an opponent. So we have the bright spotlit circle here. You'll notice the lighting. I know Dylan Smith, our cameraman, noticed the difference in lighting from, say, a basketball game, especially at BG with their new lighting, to being in a wrestling match where it is literally being under a spotlight as the athlete, while the fans are pretty much in the shadows completely all around the gymnasium. We're at the smaller gymnasium here at Nashua High North. We do the basketball games just across the way where we were the other night, and we have our first 106-pound contestants.
Should be Rob Signor against Owen Gagnon for Nashua North.
Rob Signon against Owen
Rob
Gagnon.
Signor,
sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want to check in over here?
So Signor, Rob is for South.
Here, John, here, names.
And we are about to begin. Just,
and these are some of the most competitive matches, the lower weights.
Sure. Wiry, strong, and for 106 pounds, this is what being well matched up against your opponent really means. You hear that term a lot in the sports of football, basketball, and baseball, but this really is technically well matched, 106 pounds.
No doubt about it, and it's changed a couple of times. Gagnon lost position, Signor took it, and now Gagnon is trying to get it back.
And he gets awarded for getting on top.
And there they go. See if he's able to get a pin or not. You know, I mean,
oh, he's got the dominant position for sure.
He does, and he took it. So let's see.
Exhausting battle for the wrestler that's on the bottom, of course.
It's 2-1 in points right now.
Yeah, the referee, Tom, saw a static position when nothing was happening,
right,
so he did the reset.
So they reset in the middle.
Owen Gagnon, class of 2027.
Sebastian Arroyo's second year with the Titans as head coach. Adam Langlois has been a long-time coach at Nashua South. Now this one looks like this is tough. Gagnon is establishing that position right now.
Indeed he is, and it just seems like a kind of a really desperation time for Signori. It's like where he's going to get the strength to get out from under the bottom. Robert Signor, also class of 2027 in this battle of 106-year-olds, and he's, as I speak, he finds a maneuver to get his arm up around the back of the head of Gagnon.
I told you, these are some of the most competitive matches, right?
Yes.
These lower weights.
And the fans here appreciate the effort of Signor just to get up off the bottom of that.
And that's the end of the first period. It's tied at 2. There's 3 periods in wrestling, unless there's a pin.
You're right. And there's no Zamboni in between the first and second periods.
How about that? I know.
Oh, man, right back at it. What an exhausting sport just to watch. Robert Signor starts off on top of Owen Gagnon, and he's got a good hold on him, but Owen nearly stood right up with that weight on his back. There's a real battle within a battle. Each of the wrestlers' left arms are locked up, as you can see. Owen just kind of clamping down on the wrist of Signor and trying to crawl his way out of there. Signor.
This is a classic match, isn't it?
You can see why a lot of wrestlers have the cauliflower ear. You know, you get that arm wrapped right around the ear area, and it is intense.
And what's interesting is do they actually hear what the coaches are telling them while they're in the middle of their wrestling?
Great question, you know. I mean, I suppose if you do it long enough, you can pick the coach's voice easily out of the noise.
Right, right.
But then you get the noise of an arm scraping across your ear.
It's not easy.
The bone conduction, you know, has got to take over sometime. Oh, then we have
we got a
near
chance
pin.
here.
And
then we got it.
Is that the match?
That is a pin.
How about that? I consider
that was quick.
Not necessarily a come from behind victory, but a come from below victory by Robert Signor of Nashua South. Gets a win on the pin in what looked like a really evenly matched match that might go the distance.
And it's 6-0 in favor of South. Now, 113, I got to see what the Panthers are doing. Arturo Romero is supposed to be going for North. So let's see what we got.
Okay.
And we have a forfeit.
Oh, we have a forfeit.
Yep. So no one at 113 for South, so we're even at 6. And now Marlon Gomez at 132, because I believe North is going to forfeit at 120.
Okay.
All right.
132.
No,
oh, we're at 120. Oh, we have a wrestler.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let me find out what that's who it is.
Okay.
I'll find out. It's Marlon Gomez, I believe. Marlon Gomez against Gavin Page. Should be. We're at 126.
Oh, a suplex. And that's 2 points for the takedown for South. Marlon Gomez in the purple. You can't see purple all the time in our color scheme. Even in HD, it's hard to tell exactly sometimes.
Exactly.
But he's got the S on his chest.
Right.
Right now he's got to feel like Superman with the takedown. 2 points. Trying to return the favor. Here we are at 120 pounds. 132 pounds, Tom?
126, I think.
Oh, it's 126. Okay, in increments. We started at 113. 106, forfeit at 113.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's 120 or 126. Let me find out.
And almost a pin.
They go off the mat. Well, they go off the mat. They're going to have to get back on the mat. They go off the circle. So they've got to get back on, right?
I would say, unless it's just a body part in the circle, still counts.
Let's see.
Because it looked like the ref was about to call that pin with just a lower leg inside the circle.
Right.
So it sort of extends out of bounds. No, they're both out.
They're both out.
They were both out finally. Wow, I'm learning something there. Back to the center dot under literal spotlight here. Marlon Gomez in the top position.
Okay, so we are at 132.
We are at 132.
Right. 120 was a double forfeit.
Okay.
And then at 126, was the forfeit that South got, I believe.
All right.
So they're up 12. Well, we got North up 12-6. So 120, double forfeit.
And you are
126, North gets forfeit. And now we're at 132 with North up 12-6. And these guys are going at it, John Collins.
Yeah. This one might actually go the distance. Kind of pushing each other around the outer circle.
Yep.
No real advantage yet to speak of here. Now, maybe getting more exhausted on the bottom. Gomez finds himself in a headlock, twists out of it. And going for the pin.
Yep. Got it?
Got it. Marlon Gomez.
Boy, there was still a lot of movement there, but I'm surprised. But they got it.
I agree.
Yep.
But it didn't take too much, I guess. And Gomez secures the victory. So it's a couple of wins now in the matches that we have had for Nashua South.
So now we go to 138.
And as I notice, there's no uniform numbers in wrestling.
Right, exactly.
How are you going to sell merch?
It should be Trevor Rivard against John McDevitt.
Johnny McDevitt of South would be in the purple. Near pin for North. Awkwardly, arm is caught behind the back. That's gotta.
Yeah, this is McDevitt
for North
and Rivard.
McDevitt is for South. Excuse me. Rivard for North.
Yep.
Rivard has the upper hand right now, the upper back, I should say. Sometimes hard to see the upperclassman, who's the upperclassman, who's the younger classman, but boasting the full beard.
Exactly. No kidding.
That'd be intimidating to me if I was in high school.
How about that?
Yeah. And it's probably part of the fact that they just barely stay in, and that's another 2 points is awarded.
4-1 North lead.
Yeah. They've been running into problems.
Looking to at least get a decision in points as we're even at 12.
On his back for a moment is McDevitt. Referee trying to get a look at that other shoulder, and he keeps it off the mat. Both wrestlers are ruled out of bounds.
So they'll start again. Yeah, look at that beard, huh? That is something.
Yep. It's the NHL playoffs
Yeah.
beard. Early.
No kidding.
There's a move. She was pre-planned, but just saved by the buzzer maybe was McDevitt. John, class of 2026. Hear a lot of shouting and coaching from the south side, Tom, but not so much from the north. Is that just a choice of coaching style?
Al Sebastian's right over to our left, and he's just keeping an eye on it.
Yeah. Kind of just letting his wrestler do his thing. Connor Rivard, also class of 2026. Although he looks like he's about to graduate tomorrow.
Well, Trevor Rivard.
Trevor, sorry. I guess he has a brother on the roster. Oh, so he's probably an overclassman then.
According to what I looked, I might be wrong.
Trevor Rivard. He is class of 2024.
Yep.
And Trevor is near a pin here. Almost there,
Almost,
and there it is.
got it. There it was.
Trevor Rivard just wore down his younger opponent and gets a win for North as they shake hands in the center dot. A disappointed McDevitt, but he will be back, older, wiser, stronger, as
now,
just a sophomore.
Should have Diego Dominguez. And I'll double check it. Against Yuri Soares.
Yuri Soares.
At 1.
S-O-A-R-E-S.
Yep.
Class
144.
of 2026. He's a sophomore for North. Diego Dominguez is a junior, class of 2025 for South. And this could end early, and it does. A quick pin for Diego Dominguez. An impressive win over Yuri Soares in our shortest match of the night. So 3 pins for South to 1 for North so far in the Battle of the Bridge Wrestling here in 2024. Being held at Nashua North High School. Our lens man tonight is Dylan Smith. Quick
that
win
was
there.
Ben Byrne with a pin.
Oh, it's Ben Byrne. Okay,
yep.
Misspoke.
Now it's
credit
they don't give us the lineups ahead of time,
sure.
which is really something that they wish they would announce or do. So,
right.
And now, this is a great match.
Benjamin Burns.
This is a great
this
match.
One here?
This is Robert Perez against Carter Tillman.
Okay. And why do you think it might be a great match?
Because these are 2 good wrestlers. Perez is one of the best for Nashua South.
P-E-R-E-Z. Senior. Comes in here with a reputation as a great wrestler, and in a titanic struggle right now, both of these guys. Oh, what a nice move by Perez. Technical skill on that one. Perez clearly has been spending a lot of time on the wrestling mat. He looks like he is in peak shape. Putting it to his opponent.
Perez looking to try it. Tillman is just looking to see if he can turn.
Yeah. Probably conserving his energy for a big move here.
Yep.
It's going to take a lot to get off the bottom against Perez, who probably knows all the tricks as he's mounted on the back of Tillman right now, making life very uncomfortable here in the first period of a match that does not look like it's going to go the distance right now, but we'll see. Got fooled in the 106-pound class with a come-from-behind victory for South. Let's see if North can return the favor in the marquee matchup. End of the first period.
End of the first period. South's only up 2-0, John. So you see a size difference.
Yeah.
In terms of height.
Yeah, that's probably difficult for Perez to handle a taller wrestler. You'd think there's more.
Yeah, but he did a good job of it in that first period.
Tillman did a good job of surviving.
No kidding.
Certainly at first glance, Perez looks like the more classically shaped or built wrestler, I would say. And then Tillman, with that length coming in, probably has some tricks of his own as he gets to start in the top position, and he just gets slammed by Perez, who's going for the pin.
He is going for the pin. We're right with that slam.
Yep. He's trying to recover from the concussion of the blow up to his whole body. It was Tillman, who twists like a pretzel trying to get out of there, making his shoulders uneven. Perez trying to regain control of both shoulders. Twisted like a barber pole right now is Tillman on the bottom. A long barber pole, and he is. And Perez looking at the ref.
Looking at the ref saying, what do I have to do here?
There it is.
There it is.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
the pin.
Tillman just got gassed, Tom, in the end.
He sure did.
Perez wore him down here in period number 2. He held out for as long as he could, but another pin for South. I've got him with 4 pins tonight to 1 for North.
Yep.
And you could see why Robert Perez earned his reputation as a fine wrestler, senior for South. As we have our next 2 contestants enter the center dot. North looking to balance the scales and the pins now, trailing 4-1 tonight in the overall Battle of the Bridge Wrestling pins column. We're going to get the names of these 2 wrestlers momentarily as the rosters were in flux with the weigh-ins and the shifting matchups just before we started off here.
Luke Ducharme for Nashua South, Nashua North against Diego Dominguez for Nashua South.
Luke Ducharme for North against Diego Dominguez for South, who is a junior. Will be in the top position on Luke Ducharme here. Ducharme, a senior, the Titans wrestler on the bottom as we restart here in the first period. Ducharme kind of shuffles forward. Good top position. Ducharme seems to be just conserving energy.
Tries to get the foot.
Diego Dominguez has dominated the match to this point, but Ducharme might have a lot left in the tank as he really hasn't been.
Dominguez is still in the dominant position.
Yeah.
Well, Diego's right there with Adam Langlois giving him the instruction.
Yeah. Ducharme just trying to survive at this point. Dominguez going for the pin, and Ducharme saved by the buzzer.
Exactly. Here at 157, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely one was the player on defense and one was the aggressor for the entire first period. That was Diego Dominguez taking it to the Titans wrestler Luke Ducharme. And again, the conditioning is remarkable here as both wrestlers aren't really breathing that hard considering what they just went through. What is it, 3 minutes?
3 minutes a period.
Yeah,
each
it feels
period.
like 3 minutes. To us, it feels like 3 minutes. For them, it probably feels like 30. Every minute, the match is on the line. Both wrestlers completely out of the circle.
So North has points from a pin, 2 pins, and a forfeit. South, all their points coming on pins.
I would imagine it's hard to fill out the upper weight levels of what is, allowed in high school wrestling.
Right, and don't forget you've got to be weighed in every match. So.
Right. I mean, we'll be fortunate if we do have a heavyweight match tonight, right?
We'll see.
Right.
I think we will. Not quite sure. Now looking at South, I don't see one.
Right, I was just thinking that as
North's got one. I don't see one with South.
So that could be a forfeit win for North. Dominguez trying to put away Luke Ducharme in this second period, having to contend with the long legs, and then a nice little reversal by Ducharme.
How about that? That a violation?
Headgear, is it?
Don't know.
No, what that was. It seemed to be a stoppage in the middle of the action. Perhaps it was some sort of a facial violation there. Seemed like Ducharme had his hands around the maybe face, eyes area of Diego Dominguez when that was stopped.
We are in period number 2. South looking to get an advantage of 2 scores.
Ducharme doing that move where he extends his leg way out.
Oh, look at this.
Trying to pick up
Look at
Dominguez.
Ducharme trying to pick up Dominguez.
The reversal, and
it's
so close.
Almost.
That's got to be a losing battle for Ducharme to keep
like
his
we're going to
shoulders
get a pin
off.
pretty soon here. They're looking. Yep, there it is.
So Dominguez, again, a South wrestler just wearing down a Titans wrestler until they got the pin. As they shake hands in the middle, another win for the South wrestling team. As we have a North, a Titans wrestler checking in over here.
Just to remind you, I saw South choosing that one. It was not South choosing that one. That was number 9 against Todd Match. I remember seeing South choose the second one. That was North first.
We move to the 165-pound weight class. So we heard you say 165, Tom.
Steven Rosario for North against Connor Whitman.
So Steven Rosario is a specimen.
At 165, and I think we only have 2 more matches after this.
Rosario looks like pretty tough to beat. Let's see how the wrestling technique is.
Yeah, he's their best.
And yet, Connor getting. Oh, now Rosario's got that arm and he's working it.
Connor Whitman.
Connor Whitman is in trouble here. Rosario's got a really firm headlock going. Connor gets out of it a little bit, trying to get to his feet. Just control that head. They're
Rolls
both off the mat.
Both are off, so they'll have to reset. Rosario looks tough, doesn't he? This is Rosario, who was the running back in football. So,
really? Yeah.
Yeah, athletic. Probably their best wrestler.
Yeah. Steven Rosario, class of 2024.
Oh, look at this.
Gets the pin.
Yep. First period pin, 1:10 left.
So North's best does his thing, and a pin for the Titans at 165.
Now we're at 175, I believe. 175, Ruben DeJesus and Tyler Keegan.
All right. DeJesus is the South wrestler, class of 2026. Keegan for North.
You sure about that? I think it's the other way around, isn't it?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's the Titan
other way
wrestler
around.
is DeJesus. Tyler Keegan, class of 2025, the junior for South. Whirling dervish move there
no kidding.
by DeJesus as he drives Keegan's face into the mat and kind of pins his whole head
Tell
there.
you what, this is a big match because this may, if they win this, it may come down to the heavyweight. I don't know if North only had 175 in heavyweight left in their book. So I'm going to double check that, but that's what I'm thinking.
So this is a big, big match, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but South could get forfeitures the rest of the for those other in the 190s and the low 200s.
With position, DeJesus Keegan in a bit of a jam here, trying to survive, conserve his energy. DeJesus looking to flip him like a suplex. And Keegan hanging on, so they both go out.
Both reset. It's 2-0 in favor of North. 24 seconds left in the period.
You outweigh these guys, Tom, right? You can go in there.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a mismatch, right?
Yeah,
the
other way around.
I was kidding. DeJesus just driving Keegan forward. A lot of the winning here in these matches is done in the training before they get here. And
yeah, no doubt.
yeah. The condition that you're in dictates a lot how it turns out.
And that's the end of that period. 2-0 score in favor of the Titans. The match is 30-24 in favor of Nashua South.
Keegan with a nice move to begin here. Trying to stand up and recovering completely is DeJesus. DeJesus gets out of the bottom position. They lock up in classic Greco-Roman form, which I believe is still an Olympic sport. Pull an elbow up is the advice from the gallery. And who, apparently there's a lot of people here who know wrestling, know they're wrestling, and why not? So DeJesus just wrestling Keegan's head in an awkward position at timeout. I think the referee thought that the neck was in a bad spot.
Yep, I think so. He gets an
facial.
Facial. He had him by the face with his hand. I saw that.
I think
can't do that because that affects the breathing. So that's a violation, and it's a point. North had a 3-1 lead.
And this is a neutral restart.
Yep.
Both wrestlers gauging each other. Tyler Keegan in the purple with the upper back. Trying to wrench DeJesus. DeJesus too strong to his feet, trying to rip Keegan back over his body and drives him to the mat. That gets 2 points for DeJesus.
He's got a 5-1 lead in this decision. We got 32 seconds left in the second period.
Luke DeJesus kind of resting on top of Keegan.
Not near a pin yet.
No. Keegan's on his belly, his front.
Keegan's looking to try to get a reversal now. Referee takes a look. Let's see. He's down. Oh, saved by the bell, it looked like, John, didn't it?
Yes, and an elbow. He got up on an elbow.
Yep.
So we go to, is this the third period?
Third period coming up.
Yeah, I think it's our first match that's gone 3.
I think it is too.
Yeah, we've had no matches that did not end in a pin.
Any that haven't ended in a pin.
Yeah.
30-24, again, South up by 6.
Luke Dominguez getting to his knees, now his feet.
Boom!
On Keegan's back. Dominguez with a chance for a pin here.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get it, John. Very close to it, he does. 137, 30, 40, 23 seconds into the third period.
And that is another Titans pin. So coming back in this Battle of the Bridge matchup. Throwing headgear, 2 points, Tom. Went against South there, I believe. That's something that the referee's informing the South coach of right now. I believe the South wrestler, in frustration, flung his headgear down. And the coach is kind of pleading with the ref that maybe that was an uncalled for 2-point penalty that might make a difference in this overall match. And kind of shaking his head still is Coach Arroyo. South checking in at the table now. As we get up in the higher weight classes here, Battle of the Bridge Wrestling 2024. John Collins along with Tom King, our cameraman Dylan Smith here. It's being held on a Monday night. Following another football weekend.
What we had was a point deduction in that previous match where the headgear took it off and threw it.
Yes, we noted that.
Right, so
I saw him say 2, but is it
no,
1?
1 point.
1
so
point,
so
okay.
that made it 30-29 North, and then they get the forfeit. And now we're at 2:15. Medrano against Levesque.
2:15.
Yep.
These are big boys, well over 6 feet.
Yes.
And sort of the equivalent of a face mask, a piece of headgear is ripped off, and that's points for South as
Yep, equipment malfunction.
Yeah.
So they stop the match, and they'll have to give him a new one.
And our wrestlers again, Tom, here?
Landon Levesque for Nashua South.
Okay. Who has the headgear issue right now?
Yep, and Medeiros.
Landon Levesque.
And Medeiros for North.
So Medeiros knew right away that he had committed a violation.
Well, no, it's the headgear.
Yeah.
Oh, but he knew already.
Yeah, that
right.
he did it, you know, and that,
Right.
that he was going to cost him a point.
Right, so he's down 2-0.
Right. It's got to be something that every wrestler accidentally commits now and then, kind of like a hockey player with tripping. It's just so hard probably to discern between body parts and headgear at some points as they fly about the mat. Wrestlers locking it up right here in front of our Nashua TV camera. Dylan Smith thought just for a second, what happens if they crash into my tripod?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, exactly.
But he's pretty far off. I saw some tackles go pretty well off the sidelines.
We haven't had anybody roll off the mat in our direction.
No.
Mostly the opposite way.
Yeah. And as long as Gronk doesn't enter and throw somebody out of the club,
Yeah, right, exactly. Right.
we should be okay. These are pretty evenly matched wrestlers right here.
Well, they are, and they haven't even hit the ground yet.
Yes, good point. On their feet wrestling here. Sort of like an MMA match that's all fisticuffs. But of course, no punching in a wrestling match.
Trying to get Medeiros to tackle him. Not happening right now.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't look like a guy that's easy to tackle with those tree trunk legs. And that's the end of the first period.
First period, 2-0.
A tussle entirely on their feet for both of these guys. A neutral restart as nobody had an advantage. As a shoot.
They're going for it now. Somebody's going to hit the canvas here, I'm sure.
There
we
it
go.
goes, yep. Oh, back to their feet, though, and they're both out of the circle.
They're both out of the circle, so they go right back in. 2-0 in favor of South, their second period.
Both of these wrestlers favoring making their legs a factor, Tom. I think both the very strong legs, lower body, and they prefer not to go to the ground.
Right.
Kind of pushing each other around sumo style, about to get another out of bounds. Back to the middle. So certainly a very, very different style of wrestling than we've seen through the first several matches here tonight. Do they give points for shoving a guy out of the circle like sumo? I don't think so, right? No.
No, I don't think so. But they're still on their feet, John.
Yeah,
Collins.
it's almost like an unspoken agreement. They're trying to...
you know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. We're at 2:15, so I've never seen a match go this long with both wrestlers standing up.
Except for one time. Just they went down one time, and it was very short.
And it was short because they went out of bounds. And we're already 57.6 seconds left in the second period. 36-29, North with the advantage. And there's only one more after this. It would be heavyweight. We're at 2:15.
Right.
So North in this dual meet is in the driver's seat.
Believe it or not, after all those early pins by South.
Right. Down 30-24.
So back to the middle to reset.
36.5 seconds left in period number 2. Still a 2-0 South lead. But don't forget, it's not a 6-point match. It's a minor decision. So it's only 3 points.
Okay. Just a muscular tussle
here. They are
here.
going to probably go to a third period here.
I would say so. I don't see any sign of a flip or a pin.
Exactly.
Certainly nothing close. On their feet the entire time. And now,
on his knees.
On his knees. That's the closest we got in period number 2.
No scoring.
No scoring?
No scoring since that period.
No scoring since the violation?
Since that early violation.
That could be the difference. Can you imagine? A headgear thing?
No, they're only going 2 minutes. I thought they usually go 3. We're only at, I was wondering why things were going so quickly. We're only at 2 minutes.
Okay. And we have maybe another
trainer. Cut. So we're going to have a delay.
I don't know if it's a possible fracture of the finger.
So we're going to have a trainer's delay here.
Right.
Injury timeout. It may end up resulting in a forfeit. I don't know.
Let's see. What's the coach? We can almost hear Coach Arroyo, right?
Adam Langlaw's coming over here.
Oh.
This is Langlaw's in front of us.
Langlaw.
Nashua South.
His coach. You can almost hear him, but he walked back to the bench area where South wrestlers were on their feet for this entire, like watching their teammates. Nobody really sat down except the wrestlers that already had been in the action.
2-1. They did get a point. So it's 2-1. It would still be a minor decision. Just a regular decision. It would only be 3 points.
That means green choice for the third period.
If it ends.
Right.
But if it's a forfeit, then it goes to 6.
How about a sport where you are literally in the spotlight, Tom? You walk out into that center circle and no teammates can help you. It's just you.
And they're checking out Levine as well.
Oh, they are?
So Ian McCoubry and Connor Smith. McCoubry for South, Smith for North. That'll be the next match. But will we go to that soon, or are we going to get to finish this one?
Yeah, well, they're going to have to make a decision soon, I would imagine, on the injury timeout, whether the wrestler can continue.
Trainers are looking at him now. The referee comes over to check. It looks like he's going to go back out there.
He did get a taping, I think, on that finger that was
so Medeiros is back out.
So Medeiros is back out there. And
start of the third period.
back to his feet immediately, and
now
the
they're
first
on the
takedown
ground.
of the match.
Yeah, he just was not mentally, you could tell, just not really into it when he came back out.
And he recovers, and he's trying to flip.
And he's trying to flip Levine.
Levine in a bit of trouble, but he's got those big legs, and he just spreads them out, and he gets the upper hand. Whistle blows.
Referee wants to double check the score. Violation.
Technical violation on the hand for the Panthers. Apparently might have put it in the face of Dominguez.
And now the referees and the coaches are coming over to see exactly what's up.
When he indicates red, he's talking about south, because that's his left arm, I believe, and it's
Yes.
closest to the south bench.
Yep, I think.
And green is the Titans
north.
team, north, on his right. Talking about the referee. So there's an active cut on the South wrestler on his finger.
Yep, I see it.
He's, this is the match that...
This is a match that's complicated. Much more so than we'd expect. And the oddest match of the night with nobody hitting the canvas.
Yeah, and not only that is he has cut finger, but the nose is bleeding.
Nose is bleeding.
Or maybe they were talking about the nose, not the finger. But blood has been drawn in this match.
For both.
For both.
4-2.
Dominguez back out there.
It's 4-2 in favor of the Panthers as they try to get
completely up in the air.
They're trying to get 3 points, but now all of a sudden the turn.
Oh, 2 points for the
2 points
Titans.
for the Titans, and it's 5-4. They get a third. 6-4, according to the scoreboard. They got two-point plays.
Wow. And here comes another one. 1 point.
6-5 for South.
Yeah. 1 point for South there in the...
North can wrap this up if they win this match.
Out of bounds.
They can wrap it up, but we got 59.4 seconds left.
Referee checking on the
Checking
time.
to see exactly what the scoring was and the whole bit.
I think he's checking how much time remains in the match
as
well.
59.4.
Oh, there it is up on the clock.
Yeah, yep.
Both wrestlers using this like a hockey timeout to catch their breath while they sort things out at the scorer's table. Quite the battle here at 195.
Boy, this is something else.
Yeah. A little peck top from Langlaw.
Haven't changed anything except they did give South that point. So it's 6-5 South, not North. 6-5 South.
It's a one-score game.
So they had put the points up on the wrong side. So it's a 1-point match, and they go off the canvas. 49.7 seconds left. But again, don't give them 6 unless they get a pin or a major decision. Right?
Right.
So South's just looking to stay alive and get 3 points out of this and come down to the final match.
Takedown, no points yet. There's two for
North. They're up 7-6. They clinch with a win here. 21.3 seconds.
1 for South for pushing the wrestler out of bounds.
7-all. It's 7-7. Oh, this is an odd one. Can't tell who's got the dominant position. Out of bounds again.
2 for South. as they completely reversed the score in a matter of moments.
9-7 South. Panthers looking to stay alive. Titans looking to clinch.
7.8 seconds left.
There's still one match after this regardless. The heavyweight match.
It's going to be tough to top this for the
Boy,
drama.
it sure is.
Match of the night so far.
Only, as you said, only 7.8 seconds left. That's going to be it. South's going to stay alive, and they do. They get a pin? They get a pin?
3 points for South.
12-7 decision.
Panthers take it.
36-32.
What a battle.
That was one heck of a match. So again, Connor Smith for North coming up against Ian McCoubry for Nashua South.
I don't think I said the South wrestler's name enough, Tom, in that last match.
Levine.
Levine with the big win. Congratulations. And here are our heavyweight class.
Connor Smith for North, Ian McCoubry for South. 36-32. It comes down to this. If you look at it as a pin, right?
What needs to happen?
Well, South is going to have to get a pin or a major decision here.
Okay. And
North,
if they do, they win the match?
If they do, they win it. And it looks like they may. This is close.
Very right now.
This
it could
is
be over
close.
already.
It could be over with South winning it. Let's see.
So close, so close. Referee wants to make 100% sure. He wants to make 100% sure. It's not there yet. Looking,
waiting for it. No.
He's got to be worn down.
It's got to be down. It's got to be. Let's see.
Fighting his way off the bottom.
Fighting his way. He's still going.
Finding a way.
He's still going.
He's got his arm wrapped around.
McCoubry, though, has got him wrapped. This is a dominant match. I think it's going to be South's regardless, but.
Yes. Just trying to stave off the inevitable here.
Yeah, exactly. With 49 seconds left in the first period. And that's it.
And
South's going to win it.
Dramatic finish.
Wow.
Right down to the wire it went.
How about that?
And a big win for the Panthers in Battle of the Bridge Wrestling Night.
Yep.
And I'm glad I came and watched this
No
fine
kidding.
performances by all here at on Nashua TV. So chalk it up for a Battle of the Bridge win for the Panthers.
All right, John Collins. Great match.
For Tom King, I'm John Collins, thanking Dylan Smith for doing this telecast here at Nashua High North. Thank you for watching, and good night, everybody.